Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be filming a makeup tutorial. This is kind of a new makeup challenge that I would like to start. So basically what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be using two Morphe palettes to help me do my entire face of makeup. There's a few things that I will be using that are not from the palette, things like mascara and foundation, but almost everything else is gonna be used in the palette. So the two palettes I'm going to be using are the Morphe R Ready Set Gold and the Morphe F Fall Into Frost. I'm going to be using those to do all my makeup. I really would recommend doing this challenge. I found it to be really fun and I think it's very unique to how I normally do my makeup. And it's really a good idea to have a palette with things that you can use on your entire face, because you never know if maybe you lost all your makeup or you only brought an eyeshadow palette. You could always go to the store and buy one of these palettes. I think they're around $20, and instead of buying like $200 worth of makeup, you'll have basically everything you would need for that short time. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and challenge. Please share this and tell your friends, because I would love to have everyone try this challenge and make it a trend. And don't forget to subscribe, like this video. So if you want to see how I got this kind of like orangey red and maroon look, then just keep on watching. So I'm going to be starting with my NYX eyebrow brush. First, I'm going to be using this Morphe palette. This is the 35R Ready Set Gold. So for my eyebrows today, I'm going to be starting with this pretty dark brown shade. First, I'm going to be combing my eyebrows. Then dipping my brush angled side into this dark brown. Color seems to match pretty well. Then I'm gonna do the other eyebrow and then I'll clean it up a little bit. These eyeshadows are really pigmented, so it's working pretty good. I'm just cleaning it up. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to this side. This one looks kind of darker. So that's the finished eyebrows. So I guess I'm gonna move on to the eyeshadow. I'm gonna be using a few other products besides this palette just to kind of like make sure the look works. And so I'm gonna be taking the same eyeshadow primer I always use, and this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. So yeah, just putting this to give us a good base for the eyeshadow. So yeah, mostly just for like liquid type products, I'll be using those. So to set this, I'm gonna be taking this nude shade, one right here, and this Flawless concealer brush. So yeah, that's setting the eyeshadow primer. I think it did a pretty good job. Then I'm going to be switching to this Morphe 35F palette. It's called Fall Into Frost. So basically this one has a lot more like red shades, frosty shades. So I have to use my lid lacquer. I'm going to be putting that on first. So then I'm going to be going into this reddish shade right here. Just taking a flat brush, and I'm going to be packing this color in the inner lid. And this actually shows up a lot darker than I expected. So then I'm going to be taking the other side of this brush, and I'm taking this color over here. It looks a little bit more pinky than it does. And just packing that on the other side of the lid. They actually look really similar once they're on. I'm just kind of adding more to the one I did before. Yeah, they're kind of mixing together. This one's a little bit more red, if you can tell. They both look really pretty together. So now, I feel like I need a little bit of a lighter color in the inner lid. So not quite an inner corner highlight, a little bit above it. I'm taking this bronze. like a light gold shade. And just a little bit of smaller flat brush. I'm gonna be spraying my brush just so it'll go over that existing shade. And then I'm taking the lighter color red blend right here. And then going back to the darker one to do the corner and blend it. And then for an inner corner highlight, I'm gonna be taking a lighter color. And that's gonna be this shade. One of the lighter colors in this palette. And it's right in my inner corner. Now we haven't done anything in the crease yet. Start with this Wet n Wild large concealer brush. It's kind of a fluffy brush. And I'm going to be using the reddish brown shade. So I'm going to start packing that into the crease. Not really a cut crease, just to kind of give us some kind of color going on in the crease. So then I'm taking another brush that's going to help concentrate it in the crease more. Then with the same brush I used before, I'm gonna kind of be lightening up the edges and blending. So I'm gonna go in with a much lighter color, this one right here. So yeah, just kind of blending the edges with this color a little bit. So for my brow highlight, today I'm gonna be taking the lightest shade in this palette, and I'm just gonna be placing that underneath here as a brow highlight. I don't usually do a shimmery brow highlight, but because I don't have any kind of lighter white-ish color that's matte, I'm just going to be using this one. Basically, I'm just taking my finger and I'm kind of blending it in so it's not such a drastic highlight. So then I'm going to be taking my wake up wipe to clean up this edge. And then I'm gonna be taking the black shade, the darkest shade in this palette. Just a pretty simple matte black. I'm gonna be using this e.l.f. small angled brush. So basically I'm just using this as an eyeliner. And winging it out. And then taking the makeup wipe to clean up that line. Just gonna kind of darken that a little bit more. And then I'm going to be doing the other side. So yeah, this is what the eyes are looking like. I am going to be applying a primer and then a foundation. Then I'll be back to use the palette for some powder and contour. But I'm just going to do the liquid products off camera. Foundation, primer, and concealer. I'm going to be using one of the eyeshadow shades as powder. So I'm going to be using the same color in the 35 off. And I'm going to be using this nude color I used to set my eyeshadow. So I'm going to be going in with big fluffy brush. It's hard to dip my brush in such a small thing. So I'm going to get some of my brush and then start using this powder. So yeah, I'm just putting this all over my face. It seems to be working like powder. So yeah, my face seems pretty matte. I think that did a good job. So then I'm gonna be doing some contour. This palette has a lot of really dark browns, so I'm gonna be going back into the 35F palette. To contour today, I'm gonna be using this brown shade. So I'm gonna be taking my Wet n Wild contour brush and dipping this in here. It's a slightly dark. So then I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and blending this in. And it actually blends really nicely. So yeah, that's the bronzer. Then for blush, I try to do a reddish blush. So I'm going to be doing this color. Just kind of blending this in. So I'm not really able to bake my face because I don't have like a loose powder. So to do that, I'm gonna be taking the same nude shade we used for powder, and then I'm gonna be taking my beauty blender and dipping it in to just kind of like use it as if it were a setting powder. So yeah, just putting this where I would put translucent powder. And then I'm gonna take my fluffy fan brush, wipe off any excess. Even though this wasn't really baking, it wasn't loose powder. So next, I'm going to be dampening the area with a beauty blender, and then I'm going to use one of these as a highlighter. So with my When Mild fan brush, again, I'm going back to the 35F palette. I'm going to be using the lightest shade that we used for our brow highlight. This has a lot of other like, nice frosty color that you could use as a highlighter. But yeah, I'm just using this one, the lightest one. I guess this is something you can do if like you forgot all your makeup or most of your makeup and you just had an eyeshadow palette. You would be able to do most of your face. So that's giving me a really nice highlight and a really like bright highlight. This is like brighter than most of my actual highlighters. I'm just gonna kind of wipe it a little bit. It's like too bright for me. So doing the lipstick is gonna be really fun. I'm excited. So I'm using the same palette we were using before, the 35F. And so for lipstick, we're basically gonna scrape off some eyeshadow with this tweezer, and then I'm gonna be mixing it with Vaseline and clear gloss, and it's gonna turn into hopefully some type of lipstick. Like I would like to do a dark lip, but I feel like it's gonna be hard to cover the whole lip and make it that dark. I think I'm just gonna play it safe and use a little of a lighter one, this color. I'm trying to scrape some off, putting it like on the back of my hand. It's hard to get enough pigment out of here. So I guess I'm just gonna keep adding more to it, but I'm gonna try and start my mixture with what I have. So I'm using some of this Vaseline with a Q-tip, just a very small amount. Placing this on the back of my hand and mixing it with some of the pigment. I think I need more, but it's working. So that's like a really cool color. And now I'm gonna add a little bit of this clear gloss from Victoria's Secret and mixing this. So now to apply this to my lips, I guess I'm just gonna be using a small flat brush, bringing it into this gloss. I'm actually kind of impressed. But yeah, this is definitely a pretty simple way to make lipstick. Looks pretty good. I would say I probably would add more Vaseline than gloss because this is like really liquidy, but other than that, it looks good. And then I'm just gonna be curling my eyelashes and doing mascara off camera. And then I'm gonna finish my face off with some setting spray. And this is the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial and challenge video. I hope you guys had a fun time watching me try this challenge. I had a really fun time doing it, and I guess it came out much better than I expected. Everything I did, like, it all looks pretty good. I would say it's kind of hard to tell on this camera, but I'm a little bit orangey, but overall it looks pretty good. It's not too blotchy. I can go out in this and no one's gonna notice. No one would think anything different of it. They would just think it was normal makeup. Please tell your friends about this challenge. Let's get it to be a trend. Let's have everyone try this challenge. I'm not sponsored by Morphe. I just happened to get these palettes for a gift, and I thought it would be a really fun challenge to do because there's so many colors that are in this palette. Next, at the end card, you can click on my most recent video. You can also subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.